Welcome to the second video from Confluence Mining Technologies on the FloPlan underground short-term scheduling system. This is the second video created on the specific topic, and since the last video, as you can see here from the actual Confluence webpage, it's not up and running yet, it's still running locally. You can see that we released Confluence 0.1 on the actual October 16th. Since then, I've basically been working at creating what I'm going to be showing you in this video, which is the login and file management. So here we have basically a fresh database, and I'm going to be simulating what hopefully you guys are going to be doing soon, which is logging in from scratch. So you come in here and actually click on the login button. And over here, since I'm new to Confluence, I'm actually going to sign up. And here, I'm going to specify my email address, and I have to enter the password once and repeat the password a second time. And now I basically signed up, and the system is actually prompting me to basically now register. Now, to log in. In order to actually be able to be given access to the application, the user has to be authenticated, and it's just a simple update in the database. So I'm going to do that quickly over here. Okay, so you can see I've just authenticated myself, and now I come in, and if I sign up, it's going to bring me right away over to a launch page, and you can see over here there's purchased applications and then there's free applications. So for the foreseeable future, the main application will be provided for free, will appear under purchased applications, and if you're not authenticated effectively, all you're going to see are the free applications. So before I explain the second part of the new work that was done, login work is new. We'll go back and I'll just refresh your memory in terms of what FloPlan does. So I click on the actual V1 over here. You could see that I come in development, and just notice some of the UI elements, because you're going to see that that's just changed. But if I select over here a new data set, I'm going to import. I'm actually importing the same one, okay, which is just a level in 3D space. Create the wall outlines very quickly. Okay, and you can see here that the actual UI is in rudimentary form. If we want to do the scheduling, we come in on the tasks, we select the start date, and we'll pick it a few days from now on the 19th, and then we can create a schedule. And we've got the 5 steps of creating a schedule. So now there's nothing new from the last video at this point in time, except for the cleanup of the UI. So I've got the 5 steps running all on one screen, overlaid and on the back of the tasks. And also new since the last time is I've actually updated the schedule. So if we want to look at the schedule, we can look at it this way and collapse the rounds. Okay, and I've also enabled zooming. So if you hit the control key and you wheel up and down, you can actually zoom in and look at the entire schedule. As per before, the reports are still here. So if we want to look at our production physicals over the course of a week, here we are. Okay, so that's great. So basically, what's new is the file management. So right now, if the next step is to put all this online at www.confluencemine.com, to register the domain and put it up there. And if everybody was to log in, you would all see exactly the same thing. So the idea now is to come in and put in the concept of a plan. So if we come in a little bit before here, I'm gonna have to go back here, Confluence Mining Technologies, go back some more. So here I'm back in the web page, and you can see here I'm actually signed in. So I have stephcanton@gmail.com. I got a logout, and basically until you log out, if you want to go back to the application launch page, you just click on this icon over here. So new is the FloPlan version 2.0. If I click that, what I've got is a skeleton of the overall application. And what I'm going to be doing over the next little while is actually coming back and filling everything in. But you can see here the file menu is actually up and running in a rudimentary form. And you can see here that when I logged in, it actually created for me a plan 1. Now if I come over here and I exit, I come back to my launch, and if I come back into FloPlan v2, over the next little while I'm going to be enabling every single one of these steps, but what I do have working right now is the actual geology tab. So here, the geology for version 0.2, which can be clearly seen up here, is actually going to be the ability of specifying just the ore and the waste density. So we have a very simple UI. So if I want to come over here and I want to change waste to something in Spanish, okay, like this here, and I'm going to say that it's 1.9. I can actually save that, and you can see the updates are there. I can click on this guy over here, and or in Spanish is oro, and we can just turn around and update the density to 2.2. And again, here we've got the whole thing coming through and saving itself. Okay, so now if I want to turn around now, and obviously I want to create a new plan, the new functionality that's taken quite a while is obviously go File, New. And in here we can see that I've created plan 1, so right away I'm going to create plan 2. Okay, and right away it's actually going to create plan 2. So as an example here, if I exit, okay, if I log out over here and I log back in as myself, it will remember the actual last plan that I have, and it's always going to come in over on plan 2. So coming in on my geology, you can see that it's actually loaded in the defaults. So now if I want to see the original plan that I've actually created, I go File, Open, I select my plan 1, and then I can turn around there and open that up. And here we can see that I have my original values that are there. Okay, so also as part of some of this functionality, I can do a save as. So what I'm doing now is I'm actually grabbing my plan 1, which you can see in the background, and over here, if I want to create it now in a separate folder, I can create a new folder right away. I'm just going to call this test folder. Okay. And you can see over here, I can store this in my test folder. So at the root level, we have the database, and then in there, every user is going to have their own folder, which is the name of the email address. And then we've got the test folder. And then in here, I can actually turn around and say plan 1 copy. Okay. So if I do save as here, you can see it automatically comes in under test folder, and plan 1 copy actually comes up. So now overall, if as I'm working along, plan 1 was automatically created by the system. At any point in time within the dialog, if I want to go back to say plan 2, but I do want to delete either the folder or the plan, I can actually click on the actual specific plan 1, and I can hit the actual delete button, and then I've just deleted the plan. Okay, and if I want to open plan 2 again, I can come around and open plan 2, and you can see that we're back to the original densities. So with the concept of a plan implemented, the idea is for individual users. Obviously you can have different schedules that actually have different geometries, and the next is to continue to do the deployment or the implementation of the actual session, which is the ability to log in, and the individual different plans across all of the individual tabs. And hopefully the next time I do an update, a video update, I can show you guys with many more or all of these steps working, and then continuing from there on with the new features for FloPlan version 0.2. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I look forward to talking to you guys again soon.